wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with tube heroes. Well, okay then. He was talking about food.
He loves the whole back and forth. That's what the whole boxing stuff's about. Like, I get it. I understand it. It was funnier to not feed into it.
This was KSI in his KSI crypto era, and we got this big shiny presentation for the Sidemen NFTs, one of 10,000. Launch the NFT project, make $20 million that day. What happens afterwards? Everyone should make money, but if they don't, who cares?
What happens when one tweet from DanTDM exposes a much bigger problem inside modern YouTube? Not just one product launch, not just one argument, and not just one creator getting defensive, but an entire shift in how influencers treat their audiences. Because when KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast launched Lunchly in September 2024, the backlash was not really about a snack box. It was about trust. It was about creators with young audiences turning that trust into products, drama, and revenue. And the person who said it out loud first was DanTDM. Lunchly was introduced as a pre-packaged kids meal created by KSI, Logan Paul, and MrBeast. On the surface, it was marketed as a better alternative to Lunchables, combining food with brands the creators already owned, like Prime and Feastables. But almost immediately, people started comparing the nutrition labels and asking whether it was really that different from the products it was criticizing. The controversy grew because the product was being pushed by 3 of the biggest names on YouTube, all with massive audiences full of young viewers who trusted them. That is why DanTDM's criticism hit so hard. Dan has spent more than a decade building a reputation as one of the most trusted family-friendly creators on YouTube. He did not make a 40-minute expose. He did not start a campaign. He simply pointed out that creators were selling products to kids who trusted them, and that they should do better. That was the entire message. But instead of taking the criticism seriously, KSI turned it into content.
Wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with tube heroes. Well, okay then. He was talking about food.
KSI's response became bigger than the original tweet. Rather than focusing on the actual issue, which was whether Lunchly was genuinely a good product for young fans, he started digging through DanTDM's past. He brought up old toy merchandise, old sponsorships, and anything that could make Dan look hypocritical. But the problem was obvious.
Looks like crap to me, while showing his toys that he sold to kids. How does this benefit your fans, Dan? Now obviously people didn't realize how I was shining a mirror in his face. Instead they were like,
wait, you did the same as Dan. You made toys with tube heroes.
and yes, that's fair, but I'm not the one complaining.
Well, okay then. He was talking about food, not merchandise and toys.
And I'm like, okay, sure, let's keep moving the goalposts. But okay, then I replied to this. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now,
Dan was talking about food being marketed to children in 2024. KSI was bringing up a small toy line from nearly a decade earlier. The more he tried to defend Lunchly, the more it looked like he was avoiding the real criticism. And that is where the situation started to reveal something deeper about KSI. For years, he built his image on being entertaining, competitive, and fearless online. But when the criticism came from someone as respected as DanTDM, the reaction looked less like confidence and more like panic. He made videos, posted tweets, deleted comments, and even used the controversy to promote music. At one point, what appeared to be an apology link reportedly redirected people toward his song instead. That made the entire situation feel even more calculate. DanTDM's response was the exact opposite. He refused to feed into the back and forth.
Like he loves the whole back and forth. That's what the whole boxing stuff's
what he
about.
wants,
Like I get
isn't
it. I understand it. But it was funnier to not feed into it because
Just exhausting.
you just watch it happen. It was fun. I think some of it as well was interesting where I think he thought like it was all my fans going for him when actually I don't
It was
think
his
that
fans.
was the case.
No, it was the internet.
It was funny as well. My wife was always like, just think before you tweet. That was one time I didn't really think too much before tweeting. Usually I'll type it out I'd be like, no, I can't bother, delete it. So and then I didn't tell her for like 3 days. She's not on Twitter really, so I didn't tell her. And then I kept getting notifications from my phone. I was like, oh, Logan Paul's responded. Jimmy's messaged you. KSI's responded. I was like, well, I'm gonna have to mention something now. She was like, well, I agree with you, but maybe you should just not stoke the fire anymore. I was like, okay, that's fair. Just one of them moments where I was like, oh no, it's actually getting out of hand.
He understood that arguing with KSI would only give KSI more content. That is what made Dan's silence so powerful. KSI kept pushing, but Dan did not give him the fight he wanted. And the longer KSI continued, the worse it looked. It stopped being about Lunchly and started becoming about how far a creator would go to protect a prod. Then Jacksepticeye entered the conversation, and the tone changed completely. Jack was not just defending Dan because they were both old-school YouTubers. He was defending a version of YouTube that feels like it has been disappearing for years. Jack has been around since the era of PewDiePie, Markiplier, and classic gaming content, when creators often built audiences through personality rather than corporate-level product launches. So when he supported Dan, it felt like one generation of YouTube calling out Ono.
I'll be honest about that and be like, yeah, I don't like the videos. And then it was like, do you think he ruined YouTube? And I said yes, which, I mean, I don't really think MrBeast ruined YouTube. By saying that, I mean, I think everybody that copies him is kind of putting YouTube in like a weird spot. And if anything, YouTube have ruined their own platform.
Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like MrBeast?
No.
Jack, do you think MrBeast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer. We'd see the fun.
Ooh.
Thought you were going to get me that one, didn't you?
Jack had already explained his frustration with modern YouTube long before Lunchly. His argument was never simply that MrBeast personally destroyed the platform. His point was that the MrBeast model had become something everyone was trying to copy. Bigger productions, bigger giveaways, bigger products, bigger revenue goals, and less focus on the actual person behind the channel. In his view, YouTube had started moving away from fun and creativity and toward optimization, scale, and money. That is why KSI became such a perfect example of the problem. Years earlier, KSI had spoken about being tired of the YouTube game. He said the platform had become too focused on money, trends, teams, directors, editors, and constant competition. He claimed he wanted to make content for himself again. But years later, he was openly talking about chasing numbers, competing with the sidemen, catching iShow speed, and eventually reaching MrBeast. The same person who once criticized YouTube for becoming a numbers game was now treating it like a lead. The sidemen situation made that contradiction even harder to ignore. KSI had been part of the sidemen for over a decade. The group helped shape his career, his public image, and his place in British YouTube history. But when reports claimed he had left the group after 13 years, the conversation quickly became about loyalty, ambition, and whether KSI had outgrown the people who helped build him. The most damaging part was not just the alleged split. It was the suggestion that his side was pushing stories that made his own friends look bad. And this was not the first time the sidemen had reportedly stopped KSI from chasing a questionable business idea. The NFT discussion revealed that there had once been a plan for sidemen NFTs during the height of the crypto boom. At the time, NFT projects were making creators millions almost instantly, but many fans were left holding worthless digital assets after the hype collapsed. According to the story, some members of the group were unsure, while Vic strongly pushed back because he did not want the sidemen making millions at the direct expense of fans getting almost nothing in return.
With YouTube, I just wasn't enjoying it anymore. I had to keep up with a persona that was just so taxing on me and my general well-being, to be honest. And I don't know, but in my opinion, YouTube has changed a lot. I don't believe it's about the you in YouTube anymore. Gone are the days where people would just make videos for fun. Now it's all about people making videos for monetary gain. YouTubers now have directors, editors, cameramen, and other things to help them out. Whereas before, it was only the YouTuber that would do that themselves. That essentially is
the game right now. That is the YouTube game. That's how you remain relevant nowadays. And personally, I just don't want to be a part of that game anymore. From now on, I'm going to be making content that I want to put up. I just hated how YouTube became like a chore for me, having to always keep up with these bullshit trends and shit. I started making videos because that's what I wanted to do. Like from the beginning, it was just fun for me. I just enjoyed doing it. So I feel like I want to end doing videos that I want to do rather than doing videos that people want me to do.
I'm trying to compete with Jimmy, MrBeast.
Yeah.
And he gets about 4 billion every month in shorts and about 600 million long form. I mentioned Sidemen Boys, I'm gonna get more subscribers than Sidemen. And I'm also gonna get more views than Sidemen. So I got more views than Sidemen in a month. So now I just need to get more subscribers. Yeah. And then it's just keep it up. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views than Speed. And then after Speed, all right, who's next? Yeah. Until I get to Jimmy. And then it's like, yeah, me and Jimmy going back to back.
That moment matters because it shows the difference between building a business around a community and extracting money from one. A Sidemen NFT project could have made a huge amount of money quickly, but it also could have damaged trust permanently. Vic understood that. The question is whether KSI did. Because the same logic behind bad NFT projects is the same logic critics saw in Lunchly. Launch the product, use the audience, make the money, and deal with the consequences later. Then there is the crypto side of KSI's own history. During the crypto boom, KSI was accused by critics of using his influence to affect trading activity around certain coins. Even if he later lost money himself, that does not erase the concern that fans may have followed his signals and taken losses. And when Logan Paul faced major backlash over CryptoZoo, KSI publicly supported him. That loyalty to Logan became harder to understand when compared with the way his relationship with the Sidemen appeared to deteriorate. This is why DanTDM and Jacksepticeye's criticism feels bigger than Lunchly. They are not against creators making money. Both of them have sold merch, taken sponsorships, and built successful businesses from YouTube. The difference is that their audience was not treated as the product itself. Their businesses supported the content. With KSI, critics argue the content increasingly feels like a vehicle for the bizine. That is the real issue behind the entire controversy. When a creator builds trust with millions of young fans, that trust becomes incredibly valuable. It can sell food. It can sell drinks. It can sell toys. It can sell crypto. It can sell drama. But at some point, viewers start asking whether the creator still sees them as a community or just as custo. DanTDM saw that problem and called it out with one tweet. Jacksepticeye backed him because he had been warning about the same direction for years. And KSI's response only made their point stronger. Instead of proving that Lunchly was good for fans, he turned the criticism into another content cycle, another argument, another promotional opportunity. So the real question is not whether Lunchly was just another creator product. The real question is whether it exposed what YouTube has become. A platform where friendship, loyalty, trust, and audience goodwill can all become part of the same business machine. And if DanTDM was right, then the backlash was never really about a lunchbox. It was about what happens when creators stop serving their audience and start selling to them.